deer hat?
It's not. Yeah, it should be.
Brock, when you look at the Jaguars on defense, they take the ball away pretty well. What stands out to you when you watch them on film?
Yeah, they're sound. They just do a good job, obviously, of creating turnovers. They do a good job within their pass rush, and then, sort of forcing the quarterbacks to, put the ball up in the air. It seems like there's like space and stuff on film, but they're good at, making you think that, and then in reality, it's tight window throws and tip balls, and then that's where you see the interceptions and stuff from the year. So they're really good at it. So that's what I see so far.
Oftentimes you don't hesitate, you anticipate and just throw to a spot. I don't think, all of those recent interceptions have been a result of those type of plays. But, does it make you in any way mentally, a little more hesitant or anything, or do you have to guard against, interceptions making you more hesitant and not just ripping it like you did?
Yeah, no, there's a fine line of being aggressive, anticipating a throw, anticipating a window, and then, being able to hold it back and being smart with the ball. So that's stuff that I've had to be real with myself with the last couple of weeks, just watching the games and stuff. I'm an aggressive kind of quarterback in terms of like anticipation, where my guys are supposed to be. I trust them and I let it rip. But there's times where I got to be smart with it and be willing to take the check down, and depending on the point in the game and where we're at, the scenario, the situation, all that comes into play. So I have to be better at that for sure. So yeah.
The time of the game, Brock, do you feel like, in looking back at some of those, when those have happened, that you were pressing a little bit, or is it just kind of happenstance that that's when those interceptions happen?
Honestly, I think it sort of just happened. I'd say the Minnesota, the last one, that was, sort of pressing. Like we needed it. We needed a big play. So that was that. But outside of that, I was just being aggressive regardless. Like this last game with the second interception, especially to BA. Just being aggressive, not thinking that backer's going to be in that window, and sure enough, he was. So it's like being smart in those situations. But do we get to a point in the game and I start thinking or pressing? No. Just be smart. Fourth quarter comes around. You got to be smart with the ball regardless, no matter what the situation is in that point in the game. But, yeah.
How big of a deal is it for you to get Deebo and potentially Trent back this week?
Yeah, it's huge. Obviously, you get the ball into Deebo's hands, and he can do some crazy stuff and help our team out big time. So to have Deebo back will be huge. Trent as well. Like that's going to be awesome to have him and his experience, his leadership, and sort of just help out with everything, run game, pass game. Like that's Trent's the best of the best. So have two of those guys back and give a spark and bring that energy to our offense. It's huge. So. Yeah.
And Steve Wilkes talked about the increased energy this week. Did you feel that in practice? I know it was a light practice the last couple of days, but
yeah, that first bonus practice that we had, that was huge. You could just feel everyone excited to get back, getting to the swing of things and get back into the groove. And then yesterday, I feel like we had a really good practice, just guys flying around and like I said, hungry to get on and move on from the last 2 weeks and ready to play a game again. So we're all excited for it.
What does this game mean to you given what's going on the last few weeks here?
Yeah, it's huge. We just need to win. We need to win, have that feeling again of winning, and then get on a streak and roll. The second half of the season's huge. First half was the first half. I feel like we all got rested up over the bye week, and this is going to be a stretch that we all know is going to take what it takes. So this game is, I think, huge for us in terms of getting started for the second half of the season.
How many days off did you take from throwing a football, Brock?
All week. Yeah.
Probably since your rehab, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
How did that go? Does your arm, how does it responded, and how was it before it?
Yeah, it was good. I feel like just not throwing and then lifting, just starting, continuing to strengthen my arm, off the field was huge. And then at practice, it's felt really good. So, with however many games we played in the beginning of the first half of the season, like, your arm, you start feeling it, you get a little sore at practice and whatnot, but come game time, you're ready to roll. So having a week off for the second stretch was huge for me with my arm. So, yeah.
That's the physical aspect. How about the mental aspect? How much did you need to like unplug versus also go back and watch tape and self-scout?
Yeah, it's huge. Looking at the good, looking at the bad of the first half. How hot we started, and then obviously the last 3 games of like, all right, what's going on? What can we be better at, for myself especially, and it was huge. But to be able to like step away from the game, take a breather, understand where we're at, what we have to do, it was huge for me to clear my mind and then come back like excited, for the second half and for the stretch of football that we have to play, some good football that we have to play. So I feel good.
Talked about each week being a 1-game season, and is that the mentality now? And like this week, and then you really don't even think about next week till next week. And
Yeah, 100%. That's how it is. And honestly, like I feel like that was the case last year. When we came off the bye, we were hungry, and almost like we were playing desperate every single week to win every single game, every Sunday. And we just looked at it 1 game at a time. And we're gonna fight and claw and scratch 1 game at a time, and it all fell into place how it needed to. So that's our mindset.
this team thrives a little bit on that.
Yeah, I think so. Whenever we feel like our back's against the wall, I feel like we play some really good football. We're a talented team, and once we are hungry and set our goals for something and we want it and we need it, I think we could do a lot. So that's where we're at.
What was your message to the team after the Bengals game?
Yeah, just owning up to turning the ball over. How hard everyone puts their time and effort into this whole thing. The organization, the coaches, the players, everyone plays hard. There's no question, no doubt about that. So I just wanted the team to know and hear from my own mouth, face to face, like I got to be better. I own up to the mistakes that I made, and certain points in the game I have to be smart with the ball. The quarterback is one of the most trusted guys in the organization because we get the ball in our hands every play to make a decision. So just owning up to that and understanding that I have to be better. So just telling the guys that. It just came from the heart, and that was it.
Rob, how do you spend the bye week, and how do you hit a reset? Did it help you hit the reset for the rest of the year?
Yeah, I went to Iowa. I was with my fiance and her family on the farm. Sort of just got away from everything, and then went back to Iowa State for a game. Saw everybody. Just sort of have a perspective of, all right, this is life. This is what's going on. I'm playing in the NFL for the 49ers, but I still have a good life with my fiance and everything to come. So it was good just to be able to breathe and get my mind and my thoughts, everything together, and regroup for what's to come for the second half of the season. So it was good for me.
Did you talk to the team after the game?
No, I've talked a couple times after, but that one was more, just like owning up to some of the decisions that I made and stuff with the ball. So a little bit different vibe.
Within a guy like Chase Young, kind of also give you guys a shot of adrenaline. Have you noticed that?
Yeah. Obviously just his presence, being around, and then when you get on the field, it's like, dang, we got another guy on the edge who can do some damage. And so for all of us, it's like, we have the talent, we have the guys, and it's almost like, we sort of want to, show Chase like the ropes, like this is who we are, this is what we believe in and how we do things, and he fits right in. So we're excited to have him.
Who do you reach out? Last one, guys, on this 3-game losing stretch. Who did you reach out to for advice? Did guys like Joe and Steve reach out to you?
For this, it's really just been the guys in this building. For the most part, I'd say. It's tough when you're on the outside, like looking in. Just because we all can relate within the building. We know what's going on. We know the truth to things, and so the guys in this building have been the ones, being able to reach out to me and, tell me what's going on and their belief in me and stuff like that. So that's where I'm at with that. But, yeah.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Mark.
Mm-hmm.